Hello everybody, I'm Ivanka and today I'll be showing you guys how I do my full face glam, and that includes foundation routine as well as full face highlights and contour. And in the next two videos I'll be posting, I'll be showing you guys how I did my eyebrows and also how I did this beautiful fall inspired smoky eye. First, I put my hair away and then I prep my face using my Smashbox Iconic Photo Finish Foundation Primer, and then I gently spread it all over my face. I used the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation in shade 2 and I spread it using my Mikasa brush. I have a discount code for you guys if you want to try their brushes, and you can find it in the description of this video. And for the foundation, I like to use a lighter tone because it gets significantly darker as it starts oxidizing. And as you can see, my face looks very ghostly right now, but that's okay because summer's almost over in Canada. Well, actually, summer is over in Canada, so it's okay. And I like to go with my beauty blender to absorb any excess product, and it also gives me that flawless finish that I know we all want. And this one's also from Mikasa Beauty and it's really soft, so I really love this one. And now it's time for the contour, and I used LA Girl's concealer in shade Beautiful Bronze. And I like to do this in a number of steps because these concealers dry up pretty fast, so it's then harder to blend. So for the blending, I used a wet beauty blender, and make sure your beauty blender is wetter than mine because that's why I was struggling so much. It was wet but not wet enough, so for this part I like to make it even more wet than for my foundation. And now you do the same thing on your forehead, and I don't worry about blending it too much because I go in with a lot of product after this step, but you do want to blend it so then it's easier and looks better. And now it's time for the nose job. And I like to draw a straight line where you want your nose to be. I like to make my nose appear smaller, so I draw them on top of my nose rather than on the sides. And now you just blend. And my nose is a funny shape, so the blending takes some serious work until I feel satisfied. And as you probably saw, I also put it under my lip to make my lips appear bigger and poutier. And now I go in with my Porcelain concealer from LA Girl as well. And I like to go very light, that's why I use this shade. And to highlight your nose, you really want to make sure the line is straight so you don't give yourself a crooked nose. And you also want to give your forehead a little highlighting also. For my under eye, I like to draw triangles so that my cheekbones really pop. And I like to also take it all the way down my nose. And I like to bring it all the way up my nose to the contoured part so that my nose appears a lot thinner. But if your nose is already really thin, then you don't want to bring it up that high. And you also want to highlight your upper lip and also on your chin and on your jawline as well. Look at those cheekbones, like they came out of nowhere, okay? Nowhere. Now it's time for some serious baking. I use the translucent powder, and this is the best one that I've ever tried, which is Laura Mercier. And I like to spread it using a dry beauty blender. Make sure you don't wet it. And then I like to put on a pretty hefty amount, as you can see. And you want to put it literally everywhere that you put the concealer. use my medium brush, also from Mikasa Beauty, and wipe off any excess product. And I also blend the product into my skin. And because you let it sit on your face, your skin absorbed it so you won't look as dusty. Now I use a bigger brush and my MAC foundation powder to finish off my face. And by the way, there's better details on the brushes and the products that I used in the description, so make sure to check that out. Now I took a small eyeshadow blending brush and my NYX contour and highlight palette just to define and blend out my nose a little bit better. You know what this brush means? It's time for the highlights. That's my favorite part, to be honest, and that's the shade that I always go for. So that's all for this video, and if you want to see how I did the rest of my face, make sure to stay tuned to the next 2 videos that are coming up later this month, and make sure to subscribe so that it can alert you when the next videos are up. And if there's anything you want to see next from me, make sure to leave a comment below, and hopefully I can do it for you guys.